A story that begins far from New York, yet ends at the center of its power.
Before he was a leader, he was just a boy searching for a place to belong.
But why did his journey move from country to country, as if destiny kept pulling him forward?
In South Africa, he saw inequality not from books, but with his own eyes.
And yet, he was still only a child, trying to understand the world.
When his family finally reached New York, they had no idea how deeply this city would shape him.
Because New York doesn't give you a place, it makes you fight for one.
And for him, the first challenge was simple. Where do I fit in?
He wasn't a citizen. He couldn't vote. He held no political power. So how did he rise?
His rise began the moment he chose to speak for those who felt unheard.
But finding his voice didn't happen overnight. It began quietly.
He listened more than he spoke, and what he heard changed him.
He heard stories of rent struggles, long commutes, and dreams put on hold.
And he began asking a question most ignored. Why must survival be this hard?
This question would become the foundation of everything he'd fight for.
But change starts small, with one act of courage.
He spoke. People listened. And suddenly, he wasn't alone anymore.
But speaking wasn't enough. He needed action. So he walked door to door, learning the lives behind every closed door.
And he learned one truth.
And he learned one truth. People weren't asking for miracles, just fairness.
This truth pulled him toward politics, even before he imagined winning.
He wasn't chasing power. He was chasing solutions.
And the more he listened, the more determined he became.
But one barrier remained. He still wasn't a U.S. citizen.
Imagine the frustration, having ideas but no right to vote on them.
But he didn't stop. Obstacles only sharpened his resolve.
He watched elections, not as a voter, but as a witness to change.
And he wondered, what if I could make change, not just watch it?
So he worked, studied, prepared for a future he wasn't guaranteed.
And finally, the day arrived.
He became an American citizen.
And in that moment, everything changed.
Now he could vote. Now he could run.
And he made a decision that surprised everyone around him. He would run for office and represent the people who trusted him.
He wasn't backed by money. He was backed by belief.
People didn't just support him, they rallied behind him.
But every rise comes with challenges, and his
were just beginning.
He faced doubt, criticism, even dismissal.
But each no only strengthened his purpose.
He visited every block, spoke to every voice.
And people saw someone who truly listened.
For the first time, they felt represented.
His campaign grew louder, more energized, and suddenly impossible to ignore.
And on election night, something unexpected happened. The numbers weren't close. They were historic.
He had won!
A son of immigrants, now a leader of millions.
But this was only the beginning.
He wasn't just elected, he was trusted with a city's future.
And he promised one thing: change.
His first challenge? Housing.
Rents were high, hopes were low.
He proposed bold solutions. Some called them impossible. But impossible is only impossible until someone tries.
His second challenge? Transportation.
He believed movement is freedom.
So he fought for cheaper fares and more accessible routes. And slowly, people began to feel the change. But the journey ahead was long, and the city expected more.
He knew progress wasn't measured in speeches, but in daily struggles.
So he visited the very places others overlooked.
He sat with workers, not to talk, but to listen.
And what he heard shaped the city's future.
From him, he realized every story carried the same message: we deserve better.
This message fueled his first major policy fight. Rent control, an issue powerful forces preferred to ignore.
But he refused to look away.
He met families choosing between rent and food. And he promised them a fight worth believing in. But promises invite resistance.
Lobbyists move fast. They wanted him to fail.
He moved faster.
He rallied.
And slowly, a movement began. a movement powerful enough to change an election.
And once again, the impossible happened.
He won re-election.
But his dream was bigger than one office.
He asked the question no one dared. What if I ran the city? Running for mayor wasn't an ambition. It was a responsibility. If he didn't fight for the people, who would?
So he prepared for the toughest battle of his life.
A battle not against opponents, but against doubt.
And doubt had never stopped him before.
The campaign began differently.
No big donors. No elite consultants.
Just people and purpose.
They walked with him, block by block.
And with each door knocked, the city got to know him.
Not as a politician, but as a neighbor.
Yeah. Whoa.
And sometimes, that's all people needed to see.
Still, the powerful watched him closely.
They underestimated him.
The people didn't. And the impossible began again.
Energy shifted. Momentum grew.
Something big was coming. Election night. The number. Precinct after a victory bigger than himself.
His first order of business, transparency.
And people
But transportation because a city can't grow if its people are hurting.
He increased funding and expanded youth programs across all boroughs. Young people finally felt included. Because real
His leadership
He restored something powerful. Hope.
People felt seen, heard, valued.
and slowly
Not
today.
And let
this is